Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could join me this Tuesday, March 26, 2024. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our goal is to help you become the best version of yourself. And we do that by teaching you how to currency trade using our simple but highly predictive proprietary indicators. I've been trading for over 4 years now, and this is the only thing I use, the only thing I need, and I'm able to make great money doing it. So the goal here is to show you one of the various dozen trade strategies. This is the one I use. When we train you, we will customize a trade plan specifically for you based on your availability to trade and your kind of risk profile. So with that, let's jump right in and see what we've got cooking this morning. Oops, now what happened to my, hold on here. There we go.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the great things about the program is that we have kind of a multifaceted approach to training you. We've got videos for you to watch. We've got group webinars. We do these live trades. And then kind of the capstone of it is the personalized one-on-one training, where we're kind of digging down into where you're at, how you're doing, and what you could be doing better. And that feedback allows you to get better faster. I do 3 sessions a week of a live trade. This morning, again, Thursday morning and Monday afternoon. Every day around 4:15, I send out a overnight trade setup, which is a very, very simple trade, yet highly accurate for you to take a look at, copy, and then I have it really only takes a minute to do that analysis, so I have a little video there so that you can follow that. But when you become a regular member, you get access to, we do live trades every morning at 10 a.m. We do live trades most evenings at 10 p.m. And then we do some more at 6 p.m. We've got a training Wednesday evening and Saturday morning, and it's really the continuous focus on training. We are with you for a year when you're in our program. Training itself is only 17 weeks, but because we're so confident in how well things work, we let you trade with our money. We are kind of keeping an eye on what you're doing for an entire year. I like to work off of a checklist. That checklist helps me stay focused. Checklists have kind of been shown to help people perform better. So this is my checklist. Every day I do like to restart the green charts. Sometimes the memory in the computer gets, I don't know, doesn't work well. And I find when you restart the green chart, it operates faster, and then it picks up any updates they might have done. At the end of every day, it is good habit. It is, I guess, more than good habit. It's really essential to go back and look at the trades that didn't go the way you wanted, to try to figure out why. You're better investing your time in trying to understand what didn't work, because the indicators work. And if you get to the point that you're able to read them quickly, you should, be 70, 80, 90% accuracy rate. So last night we took 2 trades. We took one on the US yen for about 15 pips using the 10-point trade signal, which we're going to be using this morning. And then last night on the overnight trade, we took 11 pips on the Euro USD. Now, one of the things I want to point out is, come on here. Now, this trade takes a little bit of analysis, but if you remember, we were here. We had 32 pips down and 5 pips up. So here's our support and resistance, and we were looking. We had the down signal. We had just crossed over the trade was in. The trade had started on the north side of the resistance line. I usually don't like to trade through the line, but we were on the south side of the line when we took the trade. But usually I like the current candle to have started within the channel, and we ended up taking. We kind of had a sideways trend. Previous uptrend, but it looked like it had turned sideways. So it was down here to up here, was kind of going up. The trend matters when you're taking longer trades, because you don't want to get caught trading against the trend. So we were going to take, it was a sell trade, but we were in a buy trend. So we took a few less pips, but you can see I went to the base of this candle, and boom, that's exactly where it went to, and took us out, and it took us out in the time I thought it would. So what we show you works. Here's a clear example of, rather than going down here, we minimized it, and I drew this line in afterwards. This almost looks like it's another support line because it keeps bouncing off of it. All right. We are technical traders, which means we're trading on the price action, not the news. But we want to know what the news is so we can trade around it. And the best place to get that news is forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into 3 categories. Yellow, which is low impact. I ignore those. Orange, which is a medium impact. Some people pay attention to this. I don't. And red, which is high impact. This I pay attention to. And I don't like to take a trade within 2 hours of this event. So 10 a.m., this news announcement's happening. So I wouldn't want to get involved in anything from 8 a.m. on. And the reason being is that on these news events, I don't know how it's going to impact the market. And it's a function of the expectations of what the market anticipates the news to be versus what the news really is. And the issue is that some people have access to this published information beforehand, and they start to trade on it. So it starts to cause the indicators to skew a little bit and not be accurate. So I find it's easier just to avoid it, So we've got this item at 10 a.m. and we've got a couple orange items at 8:30. So we're not going to trade the USD this morning. The signal I'm going to use is a 10-point trade signal. We've got a dozen different signals as we train you. We will customize a plan for you. I like to trade off of the 1 hour chart, unless it's that overnight trade where I'm trading off of a day chart. 1 hour chart, a trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. My sweet spot's 11 pips to get in and get out. If I can do 11 pips 3 times a day, I'm doing terrific. And I can get in and get out within 1 to 3 hours. And basically the strategy is to get lines from all 3 sections of the chart to go in one direction. If I can get 7 of them going in one direction, I've got a pretty good setup. So with that, let's go ahead and take a look and see what we've got. We are going to trade off of the light 6 major chart, which is one of the standard charts. This is a composite chart, so it's showing me 6 different currency pairs. These are all US-based pairs. I'm going to start in the middle section of the chart. This section we call the majors and minors. The red and green line is our major indicator. The black and gray line is our minor indicator. This horizontal blue line is the overbought line. This horizontal red line is the oversold line. Basically, I'm looking for situations where these lines are either oversold and pointing up, like here, where I can ride it all the way through the channel and carve out my 11 pips, or catch it when we're over bought and ride it down through the channel, again, carving out my 11 points. And let's see here. I can't, oh, come on, that line is right in the way. But here, you can see we've gotten looks like 20 some odd pips. So I would have gotten my 11 pips in 2 hours. So that's what I'm looking for. That's our ultimate goal here. So here we're overbought. The minors are starting to turn. They're going sideways. Majors are still going up. So when we're overbought, I want them all coming down. Euro USD. Overbought, even though we're not going to trade the USD this morning, we'll still just take a quick look through and see if we see what would be a good setup. Overbought, minors still going up, majors are sideways, so nothing there. US pound USD, everybody's going up. We turned in the middle of the channel, and we're north of the halfway mark. So I don't like trading. I like to catch it on one end or the other. On a turn, typically on a turn in the middle of the channel, the only pair I'll consider that on is the Euro USD. And this turn itself isn't, the green line isn't steep enough to think about it. So I'd want this, if this turn and this line was very steep, I might consider on the Euro USD taking a buy here, but that's kind of outside the norm. Right now, what I want to focus on for us is, the standard vanilla setup. Once you get good at the standard vanilla setup, then you can add a little twists to it. So U.S. Canadian dollar oversold, majors going down, minors sideways. U.S. Swiss franc. Overbought, everybody's coming down, double cross. So that's 3 points there. 1, we're overbought. 2, all the lines are going down. And 3, when I say the double cross, the red lines crossed over the green and the black lines crossed over the gray. I also like, as pluses, I like the steepness of the green line. I like that the green lines entered the channel. I like that the lines are clustered. When the lines are clustered, the signal's a little stronger. I've got two orange lines are supporting. So when I see this, then I'm going to jump up to the TNTs. Thick orange and thin orange are supporting the sell signal. Dotted blue, blue lines are inversely related, so they're opposite. So when blue's going up, that means sell. So I got 3 of the 4. I need at least 3 of the 4, 3 or 4 of the 4. So I've got the second part of the test. Third part of the test is what's going on with the pressure. I've got kind of almost sideways pressure, very, very weak up pressure, really more sideways. I want the lines either going down or the red line on top. We do have the red line on top. So we have the points here for a trade. This is a nice signal, but we're not going to take it because of that news item. We're going to pass because of the news item. USD yen oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross. Okay steepness on the green line entering the channel, so those are pluses. This steepness isn't quite as good as this steepness. 2 orange lines going up, 2 blue lines coming down, so all 4 are telling me buy. And we've got down pressure, but the green has crossed over, so again a point here. So we've got all the points we need here. As we go forward, since we don't want to trade the USD, as we go forward, we'll see if we can find a trade with the yen on another currency pair. And actually the reason I say that is because here we've got USD is in the second position. It's going up. Second position is going up. First position, it's going down. First position, it's going down. So these are all consistent. This one, USD is in the first position, but the lines are going up. So that's being driven by the yen. It's being driven by the yen. So maybe we can find another trade with the yen. So let's keep going. Euro pound, we just about got oversold or overbought, and this is kind of sideways, so nothing there. Australian dollar, yen, overbought going up. Euro Canadian dollar, we've got disagreement between the majors and minors, so we'll pass. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, oversold. Everybody's going up, double cross. 3 of the 4 here, green line on top, but we're not. So this is a good setup, but the problem is the time of day. So on a 1-hour chart, I want to have at least one of the pairs be active trading. And right now it's between 12 and 14 hours difference in Australia and New Zealand. So, it's evening time. So on a 1-hour chart, I don't want to take a trade. Take a trade when it's not active trading. Now on the overnight chart, it's a little bit different on the overnight trade because I'm trading off of a day chart. So I'm not worried about, and I expect it to close, between 9 and 12 hours from when we take the trade. But on this one, we're not going to take it. Pound yen. Majors are more than halfway. Yeah, usually I won't consider if the majors are more than halfway. Euro Australian dollar oversold, majors coming down, minors starting to turn, so nothing there. So again, I've cloned the chart and I have more pairs. Canadian dollar, yen, overbought going up. Euro New Zealand dollar oversold. Minors are going up, majors going down, so nothing there. Pound New Zealand dollar, again, I don't have agreement between the majors and the minors. These two are very similar. New Zealand dollar, yen overbought. And majors going up, minors going down, so nothing there. New Zealand dollar, US dollar, overbought, minors coming down, majors kind of sideways, so nothing there. Euro, Swiss franc, overbought, everybody's coming down. I've got the double cross, so 3 points here. Good steepness on the green line. Lines are clustered. It's just about to enter the channel, so I like that. 2 orange lines coming down, or is that right? No, thin orange is coming down. Thick orange is going up. So one of the 2 oranges is supporting, and neither of the blues are supporting. So we got nothing here. I want to have at least 3 of the lines agreeing with what I see here. So we're going to pass. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, overbought. Majors are kind of sideways. Swiss franc, yen, oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross. Good steepness on the green line. So that's 3 points here. So here's another where the yen is. We've got the yen, and this is similar to what we saw on the USD yen. All right, so I like this. 2 orange lines going up, supporting the buy signal here. Dotted blue coming down, supporting the buy signal. So I've got 3 of the 4. I've got very, very weak down pressure with green on top, and the green line's almost horizontal. So a point here. So we've got a buy on the CHF JPY. So I see my setup. So what I want to do is once I see the setup is I want to confirm it because I'm really interested in getting the direction of the move. Not that interested in the entry. On my trade, I want to get the direction. If I get the direction right, I'll make some money. So to get the direction, I'm going to look to confirm it. I'm going to look at a 2 and a 4 hour chart. So let's see. CHF JPY. And basically what I'm looking for is that on the 2 hour, on the 2 hour, so this is what we were just looking at. On the 2 hour, I want us to be oversold. They don't have to be going up like it is, but I do want us to be oversold. One thing I'm not crazy about is see how we've been hanging out oversold for a while. I prefer it to come down and turn and go right back up. And here it's been hanging out, but this is my one criteria is that we're oversold on the 2 hour and that we're oversold on the 4 hour. So we're oversold across the board actually here. So it meets my second criteria. So I've got my confirmation. Once I have my confirmation, I want to figure out what the trade is worth. And to figure out what the trade is worth, so this trade takes a little bit more work. I want to look at a clean chart. So I'm going to change this chart now to Swiss franc yen. I'm going to crunch it up a little bit to put my support and resistance on. And the reason I want to crunch it up is it gives me more data points to draw the lines. So I'm going to drop a line in here. And I want to catch spots where the lines, the candles kind of naturally stop. And you can see they stop in here, stopped in here, kind of stopping in here, stopping in here, stopping in here. And these lines tend to be about 30 or 40 pips apart. So I am going to, let's see, 167.78 to 168.36. That's about 50. It's probably a little bit more than I want. So let me just try pulling it down to here. Oh yeah, that looks better. Stopping in here, kind of stopped over here, stopped in here, stopped in here, kind of stopped over here. So once I have this, and then in terms of a trend, here's an uptrend. Here's a downtrend. So we're trading into a downtrend and we're taking a buy trade. So when we do that, we're going to probably take a few less pips than we might normally take. And I'm going to trade within this channel because I don't want to, you'll see that it stops when it hits that line. And since I want to get in and get out quickly, this becomes a good spot. So going up, I've got 26 pips, and coming down, I've got 20 pips. So, and let's see. So I'm not going to go all the way to the top because I don't want to get caught because I'm trading against the trend. So if I go to this candle over here, it's 11 pips. I'm going to within the base of the candle. So I'm going to go ahead and take 11 pips here. I'm going to take a trade for 11 pips. So you can do that in your simulator, or if you have MetaTrader 4, open up your MetaTrader 4. I'm going to go ahead and go to, I don't have that chart up here, so I've got to open it. So I'm going to go to File, New Chart. It's going to probably be down in this third group, Swiss franc yen. Swiss franc yen right here. And I'm going to change this to 1 hour. So I was looking at the same thing. And actually, let me just look at one more thing. 0.8. So it's about a half a pip spread. So that's all right for an 11 pip trade. So we're going to go ahead and take a buy. So I'm going to go to the second row here, click buy. And my lot size, I've got to pick my lot size. I'm going to move this decimal place over 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be 1.13. I'm going to round this up, the 2.9 to a 3. So I can take anywhere from half of that to double it. Since I'm not going to be taking another trade in this, I'm going to go ahead and double it. So I'm going to go to 2.26. Oops. 2.26 for my lot size. And I'm going to click Market Buy. And then I'm going to right click here. I'm going to go to Modify, where you said 11 pips. By typing in 11 here, this is denominated in points, so I need to add an extra 0. I click the little blue line. It figures out the math for me. We're going to use a 3-to-1. So 33 pip stop loss, 0, add the 0, put in the red, click the little red button, and it does the math for me. And I click the modify, and it should show me. And I want to see both sides. I'm going to pull this line down just a little bit because I want to be within the wick. It's gone up since we started talking. So we've got it's slightly less than 11 pips. So we've got a buy on the Swiss franc yen with a take profit of 168.092, 168.092, and a stop loss of 167.676. Stop loss again is 167.676. And we will expect this to close within the next 3 hours. Now, right now in Switzerland, there's a 7-hour difference, which puts us at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So we'll get that before the end of the trading day in Switzerland. Thanks so much for joining me. If you want to learn to trade, these indicators are the kind of the best things since sliced bread. We will let you try them, see for yourself how well they work, and you make your own evaluation. But we are so confident in how well they work that we will let you trade with our money and split what you make. So that's a terrific deal. Look for my afternoon trade tonight at 4:15-ish. And if you need to get a hold of me, the best way is to just schedule some time. You can try calling, but often I'm talking to somebody else or in the middle of something. So here, if you go to forexsmarttrade.com/schedule, you'll get on my calendar and you'll have some dedicated time with me. Thanks so much for joining me. It's an honor to be with you, and we'll see you this afternoon. Bye-bye.